Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the Escalations. And today's escalation, the Ignativ Integrity, set in Marrakesh. So for level 1 we have one target who must be eliminated in a fire accident, and we have no stipulations on what we are wearing. We can do this naked if we so desired. So for this challenge we will be starting in the consulate parking lot, or the parking garage, and we will be bringing with us a silenced pistol. So for level 1, right off the start, we are going to break from our little hidey spot here, and we're going to make our way down into the tunnel that leads to Razor Zidane at the school, and this is where we will find our target. So down into the mechanics area here, we're just going to wait on this side of the door for the guard you can see beyond to turn around, and he patrols up and down the corridor. So once he turns around and walks away, we can then go through the door, sneak up behind him as quickly as we can, render him unconscious, and we're going to hide his body in the closet provided just around the corner here. So with him out of our way, we're going to take his outfit as well, just so we don't have to sneak around so much. We're going to continue on down the corridor and into the tunnel, and we will come to a utility room in the centre. Here we are, and on one side of that room we find an oil drum. So we are going to pull out our silenced pistol, shoot the oil drum, and that will attract the attention of our target, who is on guard in this room. And when he comes over to investigate, we can then shoot the puddle of oil and eliminate him. So there we go, that is level 1 essentially taken care of. All we have to do now is to make good our escape, and unfortunately there are no nearby exits. So we are going to head for the next nearest exit that I can think of that would be easy enough to get to, and that is the Bazaar exit, or the Bazaar exit. So while we're on our way there, I'm going to take this opportunity to ask anyone who has a contract that they would wish for me to make a video on to add their contract ID to the comments on any of the Hitman videos, and I will attempt to make a video on their contract. So there we go, we're back at the Bazaar now. So level 1 complete, silent assassin rating gained, and that was a nice and easy one. This whole escalation is not too bad as escalations go. So there we are, confirmation, silent assassin, 3 minutes flat. So for level 2, we have an extra objective. We must now break into the safe and steal the vodka within. It's always vodka within these safes. So for this challenge, level 2, we will be bringing with us our ever trusty lockpick along with our silenced pistol, and we will still be starting at the consulate parking garage, or the car park. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to follow pretty much the exact same route we did in the first level. So we're going to make our way around to the mechanics bay area and down into the tunnel itself. We're just going to wait on this side of the door here for the guard on patrol on the far side of the door to turn around as part of his routine. That's your cue, sir. There he goes. So we can then go through the door, sneak up behind him as quickly as we can, and render him unconscious. And once we have him nicely asleep, we can then stash his body in the closet and make sure he's not uncomfortable by loosening his clothing somewhat. So with that taken care of, we can now make our way down into the utility room at the center of the tunnel, just like we did in the first level. So through the central room here, we're going to go out into the corridor beyond, pull out our silenced pistol, shoot the drum or the oil barrel, and we're just going to wait now for our target to come along and investigate, and then set him on fire. Oh, face first right into the flames. So with him taken care of and he's still screaming, we're going to make our way back up into the car park, and this is where we will find the safe. It's actually next to the stairwell leading up into the consulate itself. So we're going to go around this red car to the right hand side. So there is a camera over on the left hand side. We're going to approach the office directly ahead of us, make our way inside. We're going to lockpick the safe as long as no one is looking, grab the bottle of vodka and make a run for it. It's my booze, you can't have it back. So from here on out, all we have to do is make our way to the bazaar exit, and we are going to make our way straight there, same way we did in the previous level. So for 3 or 4 of these levels, the route is pretty much the same throughout. So we're just approaching the bazaar now, and try and make it through the crowds, and away we go. So that is 2 levels of this 5-level escalation taken care of, and 2 levels of this 5-level escalation, resulting in Silent Assassin ratings, and slightly over 3 minutes with that one. So moving on to level 3, and we now have a second target added to our objectives, and this target must be killed with a shotgun. Now there are a number of shotguns down in the consulate car park, but I've decided to bring with me a silenced shotgun because I don't want to attract any attention to myself. So along with our silenced shotgun, we still have our ever trusty lockpick and our silenced pistol. So once again, right from the start, we are going to retrace our steps pretty much identically as we've done for the previous 2 levels, except this time we have a briefcase with us. So we're going to retrieve the shotgun from the briefcase and leave the briefcase by that car. We will be coming back for it at a later date. We're going to make our way down into the mechanics bay area and into the entrance of the tunnel. We're going to wait just on this side of the door for the guard beyond to move away on his patrol. We can then sneak through the door, render him unconscious, and just like in previous levels, we're going to hide him in the closet and make sure he doesn't overheat too much in there, even though I can see vents in the doors. So from here we will now continue on down into the utilities room at the center of the tunnel here, and all the way through this central room and out the other side. Just be aware that our target, who is down here, is actually an enforcer. He's just not very well sighted. So once we're in position, we're going to pull out our silenced pistol, shoot the oil drum, wait for our target to come over to investigate, and light him up like a Catherine wheel. There we go. So target 1 taken care of. We're going to make our way back to the car park area, and we are going to first of all retrieve our briefcase. So back through the tunnel. We're going to have that gun there as well. I think this may come in handy. So once we're back up into the car park area, we want to place the assault rifle we've collected just over here by this door. And now that will do there. We're going to now go and retrieve our briefcase, and we are going to hide behind the Hummer, or the Humvee or whatever it is here, and we're going to throw our briefcase against the wall by the corner there, and that will attract the attention of our second target. And just be aware, use instinct to make sure that it is the target who does come along. He is quite blind because he hasn't actually seen the briefcase, but he has managed to spot the assault rifle, which is what we wanted. So when he goes in to collect that assault rifle, we can then render him unconscious. We're going to drag him into the storage room here, and we're going to shoot him in the head. Now, once you shoot or kill this target, a new objective will appear. There we go. And that is to hide this gentleman's body in this crate right here, and only this crate, which is why we dragged him in here before we killed him. So with both of our targets now taken care of, all that's left for us to do is to make our way into the office room here, unlock the safe, retrieve the vodka, and turn around and run. So we're going to make our way once again, as in previous videos, previous levels should I say, back to the Bazaar bar entrance, or Bazaar entrance. Bazaar is actually bric-a-brac style shops. So straight round past the school tunnel, out into the market area, and around into the Bazaar covered market. So that is 3 levels now taken care of, and 3 levels now done with a silent assassin rating. We're getting quite good at this. So we will now move on to level 4, and from here on out things will get somewhat trickier. So for level 4 we have once again a new objective, and that objective is there are additional security cameras. Now normally this isn't a problem, but today this could be a problem as these cameras are absolutely everywhere. So nothing has changed on our inventory screen. We still bring with us our silenced shotgun, our ever trusty lockpick, and our silenced pistol, and starting in the car park. So for level 4, what we're going to do is essentially the same as we've done in previous levels, except before we start moving around we're going to have to eliminate a number of cameras. One above the storage room there. There is another one over by the mechanics depot area, and one by the door through which we will be escaping. So once we have them all taken care of, we are now going to retrieve our shotgun, and we're going to place that on the floor by the storeroom, pick up our briefcase, make our way around to the back of the Hummer, and once our target exits the office area where the safe is, we are going to throw the briefcase at the wall in the corner there. So around about now should do. So we're going to throw the briefcase over there. That's going to attract the attention of our target, and he's going to come over and investigate shortly. Come on, let's be efficient. You're supposed to be a soldier. So he's going to come over, he's going to see the briefcase, ignore the briefcase because he's just found a rather snazzy shotgun, and we can then sneak up behind him, render him unconscious, collect up our shotgun, drag his unconscious body into the storeroom, and in here we're going to take this guy's outfit. There we go. And then we're going to blow his face clean off of his head. And that's when our new objective will pop up to hide the body in the closet provided. So that's that taken care of. So with that all done, we are now going to make our way down into the tunnel. All the cameras are now eliminated. There is still one more camera that will be in our way. So once we're down into the tunnel, there's no need to wait anymore as we're already in a soldier's outfit, we can run straight through this area. Again, being aware that our other target is an enforcer and there is a camera now in this room. So if you hug the wall to the left as you go through, you should be able to get past the camera without being spotted. It does take a bit of practice. So at this point we're going to pull out our silenced pistol and we are going to shoot the oil drum, and when our target comes over to investigate, we can then ignite the oil. There we go. And that is target number 2 taken care of. So with this time on our way back through the tunnel, we're going to take out this camera. There we go. That's no longer a concern of ours. So all that's left for us to do now is to retrieve the vodka from the safe. So we're going to make our way back through the tunnel and back up into the car park area. And up here, once again, going around this red car to the right to avoid the camera over on the left. We're going to approach the office, approach the safe, unlock the safe with our lockpick, retrieve the vodka, and that's tonight's party all taken care of. So with the vodka in hand, we can now make good our escape. And as with the previous levels, we are going to head for the bazaar exit. So straight out of the consulate, over the wall and into the market area, and head for the covered market area at the back of the map, where we will find the bazaar exit. So there we go, that is 4 levels of the 5-level escalation now complete, and 4 silent assassin ratings. As I said at the start, this is not too bad of an escalation. It escalates quite nicely. It doesn't have any wild, you must run around with a gun in your hand wearing some silly disguise sort of obstacle. So for level 5 we have 1 more objective, and we are no longer allowed to change our disguise. So we are going to opt for a slightly different method. And this method will be that we are starting undercover in the school as an elite soldier, and our shotgun is now stored up in the storage room in the car park, and we still have our ever trusty lockpick and our silenced pistol. So from the start of level 5 we need to exit the school and make our way to the tunnel leading to the consulate. So we're just going to bolt straight out of the school. There are no enforcers really to worry about here. There is one out in the yard, but if you just keep running he won't see you. We're going to make our way around to the school entrance to the tunnel and straight down into the tunnel. I'm stopping on these stairs because there is a camera here. So once the camera pans off to the left, we can make our way into the room, take out the camera, and continue on down the corridor and the stairs until we get to the corner, where we will encounter a second camera, which we're going to very quickly eliminate. And then we're going to continue on once again down to the utility room at the center of the tunnel. And once down here we can once again shoot the oil drum. That will attract the attention of our first target for today. And when he comes to investigate, we can light him up like a Christmas tree. And once again, he likes falling face down in those flames. So again, we're going to take out the camera at the other end of the room once the guard has vacated that immediate vicinity. And we can then make our way up into the car park area, which is where we would normally start from. Now once we get out into the car park area, we still have all of those cameras to deal with. The first of which is right here, and this can probably be the most trickiest one to get to. You do have to time it so that the camera is panning away from you. We're going to take out the camera above the escape door, take out the camera above the security room here, or the storage room, and make our way into the storage room, retrieve our shotgun, and once we're outside of the room once again, we're going to drop our briefcase, retrieve the shotgun from the briefcase, drop the shotgun and retrieve the briefcase. Hide ourselves up behind the Hummer or the Humvee and throw our briefcase at the wall at the corner there, and that will attract the attention of our second target. Again, make sure you use instinct to ensure that the right target or the right guard is coming along, because during one of my practice runs I accidentally shot the wrong guy and wondered why it wasn't classing him as eliminated, so I continuously shot him thinking it wasn't registering, and then I realised I'd just blown the wrong guy to pieces. So as you saw, the guard did then come along and failed to notice either the briefcase or the gun, so very observant soldier this guy. So we're going to retrieve the briefcase and throw it against the wall again. This time he's managed to spot both the briefcase and the shotgun, so we can then creep up behind him, render him unconscious. We're going to retrieve our shotgun, grab his body, we're going to drag him into the storage room provided, and once in here we can then eliminate him. Oh, he looks so peaceful. There you go, that nap's never going to end now, mate. So once we have him eliminated, we're going to hide his body in the crate provided, and the only thing left for us to do now is to get our celebratory bottle of vodka. So we're going to make our way out of the storeroom, around into the office area, lockpick our way into the safe, retrieve the vodka, and then make good our escape if we can make it through the glass doors there. So once again, using the exact same route and heading for the exact same exit, the bizarre exit, though I do pause here to check for cameras. I was absolutely convinced there was going to be one there, but there isn't. So we can just now make our way unmolested all the way to the bizarre exit. So there you go, that is the Ignativ Integrity Escalation. I have been Anubis, and before I go, just want to ask you one more time, if anybody has a contract that they would wish for me to make a video on, post the contract ID in the comments of any Hitman video, and I will see if I can make a video on them. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.